Hi everyone, and thanks once again for tuning in to Smash Factor TV. My name's Natalie Adams. So with this video tip we're going to have a look at how to make sure that you're always hitting a draw. Now there's two things that are absolutely crucial for this, and the first one is to make sure that your club path is from the inside, and the second thing is to make sure that your club face is closed to that path but not closed to the target. Okay, so to kind of put that into English, if we look at this yellow pole here as the target line, so if we're going to hit a draw, we want the ball to start on the right side of the target, and then we want it to drift from the right back into the target, so it's got a right to left movement in it, finishing on the target. So in order to do that, you need to be able to swing from the inside. Now if I just put this yellow pole down, so that's how we want that club head to swing through. The target line is the white line, but we want to be swinging more from the inside to the outside. So that's how we're going to represent it. We want the club head moving down that yellow line. Now if I just put an alignment pole onto this club face, okay, we want to swing down that yellow line, but as we're swinging through we want to make sure that the club face is actually pointing to the inside of that yellow line but not to the inside of the white line. Okay, so club face is pointing to the right of the target line, but it's not pointing to the right of our yellow line, which is the path that we're going to swing down. So we want to make sure we set up in a way to promote this. So first thing we've got to do is change your alignment. I want you to stand a little bit more so your alignment is to the right of the target. That's going to encourage you to swing the club along this yellow line. And remember, we need to swing along that yellow line, but with the club face just turned to the inside of that yellow line. But basically, so the club face as it goes through is pointing between those two poles, between the white pole and the yellow pole. That will give us nice right to left curvature on the ball because of the spin that helps to impart on the ball. So in order to encourage that swing again, if you just take the towel off your bag, and we're going to block the outside of that line, and I've just got a piece of foam here, you could use a head cover, and we're going to block the inside of that yellow line as well. Stand so that you're aiming to the right for me, and then as you start, just make sure your club face is pointing just slightly inside that. Okay, so you need to make sure that when you start with your club face, make sure it's pointing inside that yellow line but not inside the target line. Then put your hands on. Really important to do it in that order. If you put your hands on first and then just twist the club face, it won't really have any effect as you swing through. Okay, so pop the club face next to the ball, make sure the club face is pointing between where you're aiming, which is our yellow line, and where you want the ball to finish. Then put your hands on. Okay, take your stance up so that you're aiming slightly to the right with that body alignment, and then when you swing back we're going to make a good turn, but we need to make sure that as we swing in we're pressuring into the left foot, turning the body to the left, swinging along the yellow line but with the club face turned slightly inside of it. So basically just make sure that you don't hit the towel on the outside or the foam on the inside. That will get you so that your path's from the inside, and you can then just work on that club face just to make sure you've got that club face slightly more to the left than the path is. But that will give you a nice right to left curvature on the ball, get you hitting a draw. It's a game-changing golf tip.